안녕하세요 여러분, 제레미네제요. My name is AJ and welcome back to Shadow Spinner Reacts, where we are continuing with episode 9 of Moving. Now, if you haven't watched this yet, you can currently go watch it on Hulu or Disney+. I recommend Hulu so you can get it with the original Korean audio. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out the Patreon, you can go over there to get up to 3 weeks early access, voting in the polls, our uncut reactions, or you could just hang out with me here on YouTube, whatever floats your boat. Anyways, we are where we left off. Oh, I got corrected in an earlier episode. He is not working with the Chinese government. He's with North Korea. I don't know. I don't recognize all the different uniforms. I had assumed China because that's what NIS was threatening Mr. CIA dude with. So I assumed that that's who we were going to bring in. But, you know, especially now that we've seen an episode of backstory, it makes sense that he clearly defected to the other side. So I'm guessing that in this episode we're going to see the final events leading up to that. If I had to guess, I think we're going to spend like the first bit of the episode wrapping up past flashback. I keep on knocking this around, but it's okay. This is not my actual microphone. My actual microphone's over there. I think we're going to spend probably the first 15 to 20 minutes of the episode wrapping up what happened back then, and then we've got to get back to modern times. Like we've got to get back to what is going on currently and finding out who the new big bad is that's essentially going to be around. So I mean, I have no predictions for how this is going to go entirely, but that's what I think in general is what's going to happen in the episode. Let's go ahead and get this recording.
차장님이 찾으십니다. 네, 알겠습니다.
In other words, he is not happy. He said they're always walking on eggshells because of that woman. Does that mean they know that she can hear everything they say?
커피 가져다 드리겠습니다.
물이나 받아와.
Yeah, stop making the coffee.
어서 냅둬, 넌 시키는 일이야 하고. 일은 잘 진행되고.
민 차장은 두 번의 실패는 용납하지 않을 겁니다.
네?
이 작전 계속 하시면 안 되겠습니까?
왜죠? 나를 위해서인가요?
내가 원해서입니다.
Y'all are flirting too much.
이 드라마 보면 주인공들은 항상 제일 좋은 자리에 앉던데.
What? How much pepper are you putting in that soup?
미연 씨는 무슨 색깔 좋아하세요?
어두운 색만 아니면 다 좋아요. 내 차는 흰색이에요. 일부러 흰 차 샀어요. 사무실에서 일하다가 창밖을 내려다보면 내 차는 김밥 말기 전에 김 위에 잘못 떨어진 밥풀 하나 같아.
That's an interesting description.
그거 알아요? 보라색 좋아하면 미친년이래요.
That's mean. No, it does not. Purple's an amazing color. Indigo is my favorite. Which is like halfway between... Indigo is not a shade of blue. Indigo is like halfway between blue and purple.
풀어줬네요, 주식시 앞에서.
그래서 좋습니다.
It's its own color.
김주식 씨는
It's also not a shade at all because shade is light or dark, not combination of pigment.
원래 어떤
김두식의 비밀을 모르네.
비밀이요?
김두식이 아직 자네한테 마음을 열지 않았단 뜻이야.
Well, he did say he would take her flying.
그럼 자네가 알아내야지.
네.
가봐.
He said he would take her flying, and I'm pretty sure he did mean his secret.
네, 알겠습니다.
What does he want out of this? I'm very confused by what...
네, 무채색 계열의 옷을 입어요. 검정색이 제일 무난해요. 신발도 낮은 구두로 신고요. 혼자 힘들죠?
She's giving her advice, but she's also, like, removing the only remaining color in this stupid office.
나도 여기서 혼자예요. 정말로 속상할 때만 울어요.
She's being a good Sunbae. She really is. But also, that poor woman needs a job at any other place. This is not an environment that she will be happy in.
아니 아무리 요원 출신이라도 자리를 비웠으면 직속 상사한테 업무 보고 해야 되는 거 아니에요? 민 차장님께 다이렉트로 보고하게 되어 있었습니다.
That means I don't report to you.
아 다이렉트. 우리 미쓰리는 오자마자 벌써부터 민 차장님하고 다이렉트가 가능해졌네?
Does she look like she's backing up or backing down?
민 차장님하고 아직 말도 섞지 못하는데 우리는 그냥 차곡차곡 호봉 쌓고 매일매일 성실하게 진급 절차 밟느라고 너무 바쁘거든요. 자, 오케이. 미쓰리 나와보세요. 재직 책임 분석관이고 제 직급은 6급 주사입니다. 임희연 씨 또는 이 주사로 불러주시기 바랍니다.
In other words, I will not stand here and let you disrespect me, especially in front of my coworkers. I would respond back by calling her the same level. I would stop calling her by her title immediately. I'd be like, you want me to call you by your title, then you call me by mine. And if you won't call me by mine, then I won't call you by yours. And I will do that in front of all of my coworkers. Loudly. Sir. Sir, you floating in midair, sir. You are exactly like your son in some regards.
뭐예요 이게?
뭐요 이게? I brought you food, and I didn't feel like going through the front door.
아,
하늘을 날아요?
So you knew he could control it. So you know that it's a power that can be controlled. So you know that your son can figure out how to control it. What happened?
나는 돈가스.
Flying donguts. 아, 너무 귀엽다.
정말.
조심히.
좋습니다.
고마워요.
She got over her shock at him flying right quick.
아니.
Like, he's clearly not worried about getting caught over here. I just realized that I have not had my headphones plugged into the computer this whole time, which means the audio's been being picked up on this mic, which is really, really gonna screw me over for the uncut reaction. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. Wait, so that's what Bonsuk should have both of their abilities though. So he's got the flying thing, but he also has the super senses. Once again, see, he's holding the gun correctly. But this is not correct. I'm
즉사시키지 않고 제압할 수 있는 부위니까.
아, 표적 살인 외에 불필요한 희생을 줄인다.
그나마 내가 할 수 있는 최선의 방법이야.
인간적이네요.
decreasing casualties. In other words, if there's
김선배처럼 자세 좀 바꿔볼까?
other things that happen and other people get involved that aren't supposed to be involved, and you have to disable them, it's gonna try to at least not get them killed.
봄이잖아. 봄이요?
봄이잖아.
봄바람 좋잖아.
봄바람?
무슨 말씀이세요?
봄바람?
알겠습니다. 않고?
That's one way of phrasing it. He's like, yeah, let me put my flipping ear protectors on. Jeez, you guys are all... And don't lock your elbow like that, because if you lock it, then if the recoil happens, you're gonna mess it up. Is it just me, or am I thinking that that bullet hole was heart-shaped?
올 줄 알았다는 건 총소리 들었거든요.
지하 사격장 총소리가 여기까지 들려요?
난 청력이 좋아요.
여기 5층인데.
난 청력이 좋다고요. 아주 많이.
I kind of thought by now we'd be wrapping up this storyline. Are we gonna like have... I feel...
많이 했었는데.
I don't know. I'll save it for the end.
생각해, 김두식 씨.
네.
난 지금 내 비밀을 알려주고 있는 거예요.
She's like, when I say I have good hearing, and what I mean is I can hear your heartbeat. Oh, she was ready for that. She like instantly was like, okay. Are you having trouble calming down? You have to calm down so that you can get back on the ground. I am not... There's questions that I have that I'm never going to ask out loud. We're already at the halfway point for the episode, so maybe we will not get back to modern times by the end of this.
집에 가서라도 잡아봐. 김두식이 비밀이 뭐야?
아직 모르겠습니다.
아직도 몰라.
네.
So she's keeping the secret. I'd stick around and listen through that door.
마음 약한 년놈들은 충분히 흔들릴만 했겠더라고.
이미연이가 자기 경력 망칠 걸 감안하면서까지 그런 일을 했단 말입니까? 아니 경력은 차치하고라도 자칫하면 간첩으로 몰릴 수도 있을 텐데요.
그런 인간 또 있었잖아.
누구요?
지 혼자 사람 살려보겠다고 지 목숨을 걸었지.
Yeah, that's
아주 휴머니즘이
the
흘러넘치잖아.
right thing to do.
아니 그러니까 감찰 과정에서 차장님이
Because you
이미연이를
weren't-
알게 됐고, 그 비슷한
You weren't
경우에
killing
김두식이를
people who were
내가
dangerous. You were
이미연한테
killing
관심
innocent
가질
people.
이유가 없잖아.
And I understand
김두식이
that
유일하게 실패했대.
some of them may have been
작전
guilty
조사를
of passing information and stuff,
이해는
but
받지.
gunning them down in a banquet hall is not the correct response to that.
철미한 김두식이 왜 실패했을까?
When you're working for people that are supposed to be the good guys and they're doing things that are this bad,
가까우셨나요?
it will make you sympathize with the other side because you've seen the bad things that your own side is doing, and it makes you question whether or not they actually, in fact, are the good guys because they certainly ain't acting like it.
한쪽만 빠져서 엮인 게 아니지. 둘이 동시에 빠져야지. 거짓말을 하더라고 나한테. 근무 수칙을 어기면서까지.
그건 또 어떻게 아세요?
She's a spy, or she's just picking up information because everybody dismisses her. So the secretary likes her, probably because she's the only one who treats the secretary decently. What are you doing at the vending machine? What is...
왜 이렇게까지 하시는 겁니까?
자넨 자네 일을 했고 난 내 일을 한 거야.
저에게 맡겨진 임무는 두 가지였습니다. 김두식과 가깝게 지낼 것 또한 김두식의 임무 수행 가능 여부. 저는 아직 김두식의 임무 수행 가능 여부를 분석하지 못했습니다.
내가 그것도 잘해줬어. 작전의 끝은 복귀야. 내 김두신 가족이 없이 혼자라. 복귀하지 않거나 아예 잠적할 가능성이 있어서 이번 일을 맡기 불안했어. 그래서 어떻게든 돌아와야 할 구멍이 하나쯤 필요했지.
대체 김두식에게 어떤 임무를...
공무원 직계가족에 관한 의료 혜택이 있는 국가지정 보험병원. 의료비, 요양비까지 웬만한 월급으로는 감당이 안 돼.
So now you're threatening her with her
하나밖에
family?
없는 딸이 공무원이가 얼마나 다행이야.
What's the next play? There's a lot of people watching this.
문산, 이건 극비무다.
I'm so confuzzled right now.
나는 그를 기다렸다. 기다리는 것 말고 할 수 있는 게 없었다. 열흘이 넘게 그를 만날 수 없었다.
Okay, I thought it was way longer than 10 days, honestly, the way that she was
그리고 7월
talking.
9일
July came around.
이 확인 첩보가 안기부 내부를 휩쓸었다. 북한의 1호가 사망했다.
Okay. That would be problematic for multiple reasons.
김근경세. 아, 씨발 이거 어떻게 된 거야? 왜 피살이 아니야? 왜 김두식이 복귀 안 해? 다들 오라 그래.
알겠습니다.
Okay, so in this version of reality, the show is claiming that it was an intentional act.
문산의 단독 행동으로 보인다.
단독 행동이 가능합니까? 이건 상부의 명령이 있어야 가능한 거 아닙니까?
상부 어디? 우리가 상부 아니야?
모든 열쇠는 문산이 쥐고 있습니다. 문산의 행방을 추적하는 게 핵심입니다.
So
문산의 최종
wait.
행적은 7일 밤 22시 북으로 넘어간 것으로 확인됐습니다.
정보관리국장,
Are they saying they
그
sent
정보를
him?
어떻게 그렇게 정확?
내 말 잘 들어.
So my guess about what's actually happening here is that he sent him on this mission, and now he's trying to make it look like he acted on his own and hang him for it.
민 차장은 조직을 총동원해 그의 행방을 쫓았다. 그는 안기부 전체에 적이 되었다.
That's I feel like that's what happened. They were monitoring her to see if he
나도
came to
그와
her.
마찬가지였다. 모두가 이 더위가 끝나길 바랬다. 모두가
I would not
비를
do well in the
기다렸다.
heat. I am not a heat person. I am not a heat person. I come from the land of ice and snow. You don't even like coffee.
모든 것이 서툴렀지만 모두 진심이었다.
Oh, there he is. We all saw it. Everybody saw it.
보라색?
Purple curtains. You better get inside before somebody sees you just floating in the air. Guys. It's raining outside. Invite the man in. So once again, we've spent an entire episode now continuing this spy romance. And I feel like we're gonna spend, like, I just feel like things have gotten completely derailed now, but, like, it still weirdly works. I'm still loving this show, even though I'm, like, and now, you couldn't have told this in chronological order. You couldn't have started with this and then gone to the high school stuff. It would not have worked. It actually only works because they did current times first, and now they're going back to this. But they are spending an awful lot of time strictly on this instead of, like, mixing back and forth with the past and the present. And it's odd that they spent not just one, but 2 full episodes just on past, and we're not done yet. We've probably got another half an episode now because this is still not complete. We've still, because there's still not a couple. Like, we saw that he was playing in the sky with the baby. That means that he doesn't die until after the child is born and old enough to be crawling, because he was, like, crawling in the sky. We saw all that. I'm just so baffled right now. I'm just so, like, how did we get, and Mr. Min is not a good guy. He's not. He's useful in very specific circumstances, but I'm not convinced he's a good guy. I don't understand what his motivations are. Like, everybody seems upset that they interfered with just slaughtering a bunch of people. Like none of them are at all. Even if you were following orders, even if you believed it was for a good cause, that is still an incident that should haunt you. You know, that's still something that you should be, even if you've convinced yourself it was a necessary evil, there should be some acknowledgement that this was a horrifying thing that happened. Like, there have been people who have been on military assignments before that horrible things happen, and they recognize that it's a horrible thing. This complete, like, I can't believe they were being soft. They let people go when they... He's not a good guy. He might be technically working for who we want to consider to be the good guys, but he himself is not a good guy. And I really do kind of wonder, because he gave Mr. Flying Dude a secret mission, and then he seemed to be like, oh my gosh, he went off on his own. But I don't actually think that's true. And the look on the one guy's face before he flew off, it's like he knew that that was a one-way street. Like he knew that that was gonna happen. I just want to get the rest of the spy story, and then I kind of want to figure out. And now I'm wondering if that's how this show is gonna wrap up. If we're gonna come back to the romance, like if part of the rest of this show is gonna be getting his parents back together somehow. But that's going to be it for today. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to go check out the Patreon or just hang out with me here on YouTube, whatever floats your boat. But we will be back next time. But that'll be it for now. I'm confused. All right, bye. Annyeong.